What's up guys, I'm Max and I'm a 25-year-old videographer, creator and mental health advocate from London, and today I'm going to be talking to you about United to Prevent Suicide, who is encouraging young people to talk and to support each other. UTPS want to create a better tomorrow for people who are in need of information, support, community, or to people who just feel like they need to belong. So I've been speaking about mental health online for probably the past 4 years, and one of the main reasons I speak about mental health and mental illness is because I suffer myself, whether it's depression, general anxiety disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, the list goes on. One of the main reasons I wanted to speak to you today is because I know I'm not the only one who goes through this, and I'm certainly not the last. However, this is something that we can easily forget. And despite knowing all of this, when I find someone who, for instance, is going through a similar thing, it definitely makes me feel less alone, which takes so much weight off my shoulders. It's a weird one, because sometimes you can feel really, really low, and sometimes you have a reason, sometimes you don't have a reason. Unfortunately, due to the stigmas that kind of envelop the mental illness and the mental health world, there is still a lot of people suffering in silence who are suffering alone, which means that there is still a huge amount of people that are dying from suicide. Probably around 2 years ago is when I hit like my darkest period. I remember very, very clearly, I was looking in the mirror, I remember looking at my reflection, I remember thinking, you've lost your mind. Like, you've actually gone crazy. And I remember pinching myself, like trying to find the old me, because I really thought that I'd just gone crazy, that I'd lost my mind. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. There were moments which were really difficult. There were moments that it's not that I wanted to die, it's just I didn't want to be around anymore. And I think there are some people who are watching this who may understand that. I didn't want to be in my body anymore, I didn't want to be in my head, I didn't want to be in these surroundings. And I was lucky enough to have a support network around me where I had a girlfriend that was helping me. I could call my parents, which was really, really lucky. And then I had my therapist, who I've been with for years, and that was very lucky as well. However, not everyone has that privilege to be able to talk to a friend or talk to a parent or talk very quickly to a therapist. And this is why I think being in a community and being with people who understand you, who are in a similar position as you, or who have been through what you've been through, is just paramount, and it's so important. And this brings me to one thing which I think is just so important, right, when it comes to your mental health and mental illness journey, and that is speaking up. Back in the day, I suffered in silence for years. I thought I was a total freak, I thought I was a total weirdo, I thought I wasn't sane at some points, and I just remember sitting down at dinner, and I looked at my mum, and I just thought, it's now or never, and I just looked at her and I went, I need to talk to you. And it was from that point I knew that I'd taken the biggest jump, and I just told her, I feel low, I feel sad, I feel really anxious, I don't know what's going on in my head, I've got these thoughts, I've got this and that. And already I could feel the weight lifting off my shoulders. But the main catalyst of it all was realising through speaking out and through talking about my issues that I realised that I wasn't by myself in this situation. And it was extremely comforting to know, and a huge weight off my shoulders to realise that actually I'm not alone in this. Things like talking to someone I trusted became a lot easier. Things like talking in therapy, being more open, became easier, became lighter. And it actually helped me kind of understand what was going on in my head, because then it didn't feel like this huge, daunting, like monster. I think overall, this says a lot about how we can look after ourselves and how we can look after like each other. By creating this community and creating a safe space where you can talk about your emotions, creating a place that doesn't feel daunting, it allows us to feel more comfortable with what we may be going through, but it also helps you feel like you have people who understand you to a T, and it's not just people telling you, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It's the recognition and someone going, yeah, I went through something that was actually really similar. This is what I did to help myself here. And I think this is the importance of community and finding people who are like-minded and who can potentially help each other and grow together. So this is my story, and I'm definitely not the only one who's got one, but I really hope that it sheds some light on what you may be going through. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And please remember that things will get better. As some parting words, I thought that I would remind you that you are never alone and that there is always someone to talk to. So let's chat more, let's come together so we can stop people solving a temporary problem with a permanent solution. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.